and welcome to Rebel Meadows. This is your one-stop channel for all things RC, 3D printing and quilting. Today we're going to be talking about another quad. Now I should go up and actually change my top because I got a black top on and this is a black quad. I'm just going to scoot over to the side of it so you get to see it. This is quite the nice little quad. This is the JXD509 Pioneer, and this came from GearBest and available from Banggood. This is one of the new in the series of the altitude hold crafts out there in the market. I think this is probably the latest version to come out. This has a couple of nice features that I really like over top of the QL toys. I'm just in the middle of doing a mod, and there'll be a video on this mod of the QL toys. Similar in size to the QL toys, altitude hold, just like both of them have altitude hold, but there's a couple of fundamental differences that I want to talk about and why I think that this is in fact now the better buy for the beginners. Let's start with the bay for the battery at the back. It has a bay for a much larger battery. Now I'm in the process of modifying the QL Toys Q222 because I can't put any batteries in that are of a good size that'll allow me to fly for a longer period of time. This has a huge bay on the back. It has an awkward door for getting in and out of, but the bay is big. You can put in a good sized battery and to extend your flight times. So that's one of the differences, is that it will take bigger batteries without the need for the mod. A simple thing, it has an antenna that is outside of the case, giving you a little bit longer range. It's always fun, especially when you're flying FPV, to be able to reach your limits, but be safe. Make sure that you have a spotter that can watch your quad as you're flying. It's always just a good habit to get into. The color is good. Black is actually an excellent color for flying quads. The white quads, when they're in the sky, you can't see them against the clouds or even a light blue sky. They disappear. This black one, I guarantee you, is going to stand out. Another cool feature is where the lights are on the bottom. These also protect the battery motors from dirt and dust when you're landing. Unlike the WL toys, these motors are exposed to dirt, so when you're landing on a field in the morning where there's dew or dirt or dust and sand, it's all going to get on the motors. This has a bit of protection. This also comes with an FPV camera. The difference with this FPV camera over the WL toys is that this is a full 5.8 gigahertz camera, and it comes with a 5.8 gigahertz monitor, all for that price. For the $100 value, this is $109 at Banggood. I think I spent, just for the camera and for the monitor, I paid $70. So it's a good deal just to get these two pieces of equipment, which is this really nice camera and the monitor that goes with it. They work really well. I'll show you a bit of a video. It's really hard to get an idea of how good the video is when it's a video of a screen. But I can tell you that this is actually a very good camera and monitor combination. So for that alone, it's definitely something that you need to look at and buy. For me, these monitors aren't that useful, and I'll explain why. Is that when you're flying, you should always be keeping your eyes on the craft, not looking at the monitor. Maybe it's handy for someone else. I use goggles. I use the SkyZone goggles, and they work beautifully. This camera works beautifully with the SkyZone goggles. So this is something that you can throw in the air, put in a big battery, and you can fly around and have as much fun as you can with, here's a much larger quad. You can have as much fun with this little quad as you can with the large quad, and you got a fairly reasonable camera in there to enjoy the fun. What are some of the other advantages? All the parts are basically interchangeable. The motors, the props look about the same as the QL toys. So I'm pretty sure that you could swap one for the other. The motor mount, the landing skids are easy to remove, which makes it a big plus. And generally it is quite a fun little quad. I think its altitude hold on this is always on. Unlike the WL Toys QL222, you can turn the altitude hold on and off. There's no on and off for altitude hold on this. It's always an altitude hold. It's never going to be an FPV racer, so having altitude hold on all the time is probably not a bad idea. So this is the JXD509. I'll have a link to it on this video. Definitely things are moving very fast in this market, and I'll try to keep on top of as much as I can on how fast these little quads are coming. But this is the latest iteration. So although I said, hey, the Q222 was the one to get, that was a month ago. Right now, I'd have to say this is the one to get just for the 5.8 gigahertz camera. You can use it with goggles, your friends can enjoy it. And we'll talk in another video on why I don't think you should be flying looking at this monitor. And fly, making sure that you keep your eyes on the craft at all times. So, nice concept. Like I said, I use my goggles with this, and it's phenomenal. So, I'll just cut in some flight video. It's very stable. Now, as I said, this one here is basically, it has altitude hold, and it's on all the time, which is fantastic for a beginner. You can just set it to an altitude and forget all about it and enjoy the flight. If you like what you see, please subscribe to this channel and say like. And I look forward to seeing you next time at Emerald Meadows. Have a good day. Bye-bye.